Hello friends, welcome to Technique. This is Nirmal here, and in this video we will be talking about the detailed aspects about the new iQOO device, the iQOO 9 SE. So iQOO launched the 9 series in India with three devices: the iQOO 9, the iQOO 9 SE, and the iQOO 9 Pro. So iQOO 9 Pro is the top end variant, and iQOO 9 SE is the base variant of these three devices. Now iQOO 9 SE is one of those real flagship like specs priced below the 35,000 rupees in India. So how does it stack up against the competition, and how does it fare for the price segment? Is it really a value flagship offered at below 35,000? Let's find out in this detailed review. So before getting started, if this is your first time on this channel, do hit that red subscribe button and also hit the bell icon to get notified of all the videos we publish. So let's begin. So first let's have a look at the design. Now if you look at the design, the iQOO 9 SE is definitely a good looking device. Out there you can see that the bezels are kind of minimal, even the bottom bezels are kind of okayish, and you get the punch hole selfie camera. It's a flat display out there, and the back panel is curved towards the edges, and you can see the triple camera setup, the OIS branding. There are a lot of design similarities with the iQOO 7 series from 2021. But again, they do look good here on the iQOO 9 SE. You have the iQOO branding. There is a glossy finish here amongst the matte finish on the rest of the portion, and this glossy finish actually shows the OIS part. And here we have a triple camera setup. It's a 48 megapixel Sony IMX598 sensor, and you also get a 13 megapixel ultra wide and 2 megapixel mono sensor. So the back panel is made of glass. It feels really smooth, and while the chassis is plastic, it's still very good in terms of build quality. So overall build quality, fit and finish, and design definitely looks good on the iQOO 9 SE. Considering that this is kind of value flagship, it definitely feels very solid. Now talking about the display, so this device comes with a 120Hz AMOLED display, and it's a full HD plus resolution display, and it feels really smooth in terms of experience. Now display quality is definitely good. You can see that the touch response is very smooth, and the 120Hz panel adds in really great experience overall. Now the display quality is definitely good. It's one of the really good displays in the flagship, or rather the value flagship category, and it feels very smooth. 300Hz touch sampling rate adds to the good experience you get with the display. So the display quality is really good, and it feels very solid in terms of overall experience. Next, let's move on to the software. So this device runs on Android 12. That's one of the good aspects, and if you go to the settings, you can see this is on top of Android 12, and we have the Fun Touch OS 12 version, and this is Qualcomm 888 chip, 2.84 GHz, and you get 12 GB RAM. That's the maximum. You also get 8 GB RAM variant, and 4 GB extendable RAM is also included. You get 128 and 256 GB storage. Now in terms of software experience, while the Fun Touch OS offers a plethora of options to choose, here we have different options in terms of customizing your device or offering additional options. It does feel pretty nice, but overall we feel the refinement levels could be better. The notification toggles need a bit more fine tuning altogether. Although it has improved from the previous version, it still needs a bit more fine tuning with the icons, and the overall look and feel needs a bit more fine tuning. So that's the Fun Touch OS 12, but overall we feel this is definitely good experience with the Fun Touch OS, and it doesn't feel any lagginess in terms of performance, because it has the Qualcomm 888 chip with up to 12 GB RAM, so you don't see any sort of lag or issues. The overall performance is good with the software experience, but software needs a bit more fine tuning, and there are a lot of bloatwares included with this device that could have been avoided. So you can see here a plethora of bloatwares are included with this flagship, so probably that can be taken care by iQOO in next iteration. Now in terms of performance, you get the Qualcomm 888. It's one of the really good powerful chip, 2.84 GHz clock speed, LPDDR5 RAM, and UFS 3.1 storage support. So performance is guaranteed on this device, and it's a top-notch performance as well. And you also get the monster mode wherein you get really high performance options. So those are the performance aspects. Now this device is a pretty good device for gamers as well. You get really good high graphic options because it's an 888 chip, and it does perform pretty well as well. We did not see any sort of issues, lags or stutters while gaming. We have done a detailed gaming review. You can actually check out that video to see how the gaming performance is. So overall, we are quite happy with the performance being offered. Now this device comes with stereo speakers, and the sound quality is also good. The call quality is good. You get 8 5G band support, 4G LTE, voice over Wi-Fi, and carrier aggregation is supported on this device. So it's a well equipped device in terms of the call experience. And we couldn't test 5G because we don't have 5G in our area, and we tried with 4G and it was pretty good. The call quality and signal strength is also good. Now this device also comes with in-display fingerprint scanner, and face unlock is also pretty good overall experience. Now next let's talk about the cameras. So this is one important aspect about this device. So you get a 48 megapixel Sony IMX 598 sensor, then it's a f1.8 aperture, then you get 13 megapixel ultra wide and a 2 megapixel mono sensor. Now we have done a detailed camera review of this device. Now what we found was the camera is quite a capable one, good details, good sharpness levels, and even the overall quality of the image looks good. But the color saturation definitely seems a bit on the higher side. The saturation issues makes the color not the real colors but a bit of boosted colors. So you can check out our detailed camera review. We found that the camera is quite a capable one. It definitely works pretty well overall in terms of camera quality. The ultra wide angle camera, the macros, everything looks good. But then the color saturation seems a bit on the higher side. But most people won't mind that actually. But if you're a person who wants the real good colors or natural colors, you might be slightly disappointed with the overall camera experience. But nevertheless, it performs really well in terms of camera. So that's the camera aspect. So we suggest you to check out our detailed camera review to get an idea about the camera experience. Now finally, the battery life. So this device comes with a 4500 mAh capacity battery, and you get a 67 watt charger. Now the battery life is pretty good on this device. Now we could get more than 4 to 5 hours, or even like 5 to 5.5 hours on an average with the powerful chip, including gaming, camera usage. So again, it depends upon person to person. The screen on time varies. You can easily get through 1 day of usage even with a regular user, or even slightly heavy user with a screen on time like above 5 hours, which is pretty good battery life on the iQOO 9 SE. Now with the 67 watt charger, you can charge the device in around 35 to 40 minutes, which is again pretty good. So battery life is good again. So that is a detailed review of the iQOO 9 SE. So now let's sum up the pros and cons. Now the pros include good design and build quality. The display is really good, the good AMOLED plus 120Hz refresh rate experience. Then performance is really good, gaming is good. Although it may not be the best gaming device in this price segment, you can choose the iQOO 9, which has some dedicated options. It still is a good gaming device for around 34K price segment. Now the cameras are quite okay, the performance all round is good, the battery life is decent, again good fast charging. Now the cons of this device, the software needs a bit more fine tuning. The Fun Touch OS doesn't feel really like a flagship grade software experience. It still needs a bit more fine tuning. Apart from that, probably camera color science could have also been slightly better. It's slightly on the saturated side. A minor tweak can be done to make the colors a bit more natural looking, but otherwise the cameras looks good. So that's probably the pros and cons of the iQOO 9 SE. So priced at 33,990 for the base 8GB RAM and 128GB storage. This makes a good value for money flagship. You get the Qualcomm 888, which is a really powerful chip, and an overall great experience with iQOO 9 SE, priced 34,000. So that is a detailed review of the iQOO 9 SE. And hope this video was useful. Do hit that like button and also hit the red subscribe button for more videos. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you in our next video. Have a great day.